Hello. Okay, today we are going to be talking about a book review. Now, this is going to be a unique book review. I'm not going to be doing the entire book. I mean, this is 40 chapters, 350 pages, 360, something like that. Instead, we're going to go chapter by chapter. The reason why is because this book has came highly recommended to me from a lot of different people. So I was like, okay, let's do it. Now, I have looked online. Amazon is like $16 for the physical copy. And then when I saw that, I said, okay, well, maybe the Kindle version is cheaper. But I mean, this is one of my big pet peeves when the physical copy is the exact same price as the Kindle. So I just went on to eBay, being me, and I got this book right here for like $4. Now there's yellow on it. There is some writing in here too. So I mean, that might actually help me on my reviews later, chapter by chapter, because someone else has put their thoughts in there, or it might not. Now, speaking on some of the reviews, this book does come very reviewed. One of the issues is kind of like what it says on the back right here. You're either going to love it or you are going to put it through the shredder. So what I did was I went on to like Goodreads and Amazon, read those reviews there too. Then I also went to YouTube to find out what type of reviews were on YouTube. Now, some of the reviews that I saw on YouTube were from a guy called Paul Day and by a guy called Kevin Cleary. Now, they did polar opposite reviews, so that should be interesting. Now, I did do that on that. Now, some of the reviews are talking about how some of the history in here is inaccurate. So, you know what? When I get to that point, I'll do some research and see what goes on with that. Now, this is the sixth edition. It is the eBay edition, sixth edition, eBay edition. So we'll see how that turns out. Now, going back through just chapter one. Chapter one is a very interesting short chapter. Oh, let me back it up real quick. I guess Michael Shank absolutely loves The Matrix because he quotes this guy named Morpheus not once, but twice before we hit to chapter one. So, I don't know. Personally, I don't know if I would like to start a Christian book off with a movie quote from a rated R movie, which just promotes violence, sex, vulgar language, but I mean, that's how he started it off. I guess it kind of makes sense because he's talking about the blue pill, red pill, or however that goes. So that's how this book starts off. Now, chapter one, very short and very sweet. It begins with him, the baptism experience for him and his wife. It starts out in Nashville at 12:45 one morning, driving around trying to find this church. They get pulled over by a cop. Cop was actually a member of that congregation, so surprise, surprise, he takes them to that congregation. Now, one thing that stood out, and I have to say props to the leadership team, both the elders and the deacons were all there to participate in the baptism. So, I mean, props there. I know that there are some churches of Christ that they would just say, hey, we'll do it tomorrow, or you know what, hey, let's wait till Sunday. And then others would even say, hey, let's wait till Sunday after service. So these guys were not messing around. I absolutely loved seeing that part because their convictions were held true. Now, if I wanted to nitpick on anything on this chapter, I mean, there's not much to nitpick on. I guess the only thing I can nitpick on is maybe the leadership team could have been more like Ananias and like Philip, where they went to the person in order to baptize them. So maybe they should have said, "Hey, you guys know what? The Shanks, you stay there. We're coming to you." I mean, I guess that's the only thing I could possibly nitpick on. But overall, it was a very short, sweet chapter, and I'm going to be doing a video per chapter. They should be relatively short and sweet videos, and we'll rock and roll with it. I will see you next time.